Hey everyone, it's Carvations and welcome back to another war video of that game we hate but all can't seem to quit because we're addicted to it. Marvel Contest of Champions, Season 29, War number 6. I'm taking Path 6 in Section 1 and Path 5 in Section 2. My first fight is against a Vision. I'm bringing Medusa, and I actually use a advanced power boost so I can shatter his armor and make quick work of this fight. He uses his special really easily, so now it's just back him into a corner, parry, combo, and put him down. Anytime I see robots, I'll typically bring Medusa, and I'll use that advanced power boost and just make quick work of the fight. So he's down. Easy start to the war, which is nice because my kids are home from school on fall break. So all three of them are here and I work from home. So not a lot of work is actually getting done because they're driving me crazy. So yeah, bear with me this week. Dads know what I'm talking about, especially if you work from home. All three kids here is crazy. So now I'm on to Path 5 in the second section. I'm going to be fighting Black Widow Deadly Origins. This is a tier 6 war, so for this particular path in tier 6, they go unstoppable every 10 seconds. For 2 seconds, they go unstoppable. So bring Doom and bitch slapper. Is that allowed? Yeah, it's my channel. It's allowed. So back slap her for the G-rated version. So you can apply that so that she can't become unstoppable. So basically, I'm just going to doom cycle her to death. I sometimes have problems with her, which was part of the reason why I like using Doom. Doom is still a relatively new R5 for me. So when I saw her on the path, I was a little, not worried, but just kind of annoyed because she is a champ that I do have problems evading at times. So, but because I have Doom and he's shock immune, it does make the fight a lot less stressful. So now that I have got the Doom cycle going, it's boom roast time. I'm not sure. I don't think this ever really gets old. So this was probably the highlight of the war for me, beating her. So that leads me to my next fight against Immortal Abomination. This is the fight that you've seen me take for 3 consecutive wars now. I brought Warlock for this fight. And I get up to it and all of a sudden I see Medusa pop up and I'm like, wait a second, Medusa's poison immune. And I'm like, no, I brought Warlock for this. I'm going to bring Warlock. And then I remembered that I used, for an attack tactic, I used, what's it called? Slow your roll. And if you apply an armor break and you heavy, you can put a slow debuff on. And I was like, oh shoot, that's smart. Let me do that. So I got the armor break on and now I heavy. So now I got the slow on. So here I am thinking I'm like a genius now. But what I've done is I've completely ignored the node Limber. So that's going to come into play. So I've applied the slow once, but I'm probably never going to apply it again. I haven't watched this fight since that evening because it's just going to irritate me. So I'm going to watch this and kind of, I don't know, it's ugly. So here I am trying to apply this heavy that I just can't apply because I've already used up pretty much all of my parries. So he doesn't get stunned anymore. So now I got to find a way to beat this guy while he's unstoppable with not enough time for me to actually throw my heavy to put the slow on him. I should have adjusted a lot sooner, and I haven't. I probably shouldn't even have broke the armor. I should have just went for the special 2, even though it wouldn't have. I wouldn't have stunned him, but at least I would have put out more damage. And he's running willpower, so I'm just giving him more health anytime I am armor breaking him. So that was a mistake. My auto block has saved me a couple of times now. And at this point, I'm just trying desperately to get through this fight. there's still a glimmer of hope that I can recover from this. It's so frustrating watching this. This is just a bad mistake. Yeah, one more time to try and get that heavy. Really rookie mistake there. Not just the way I played Medusa, but the fact that I went into this war planning on taking Warlock. And I shifted away from that on a whim. Mistakes were made. What else can you say? So I decided to go in and try and save this fight with Warlock. I was so frustrated and shaking a little bit, kind of similar to that Magneto fight, but this was a different kind of shake. This was a, oh gosh, I screwed up kind of shake. So, yeah, the self-proclaimed Path 5 killer got killed because he was stupid. So, that leads me to my next fight against Kingpin. I really wanted to take this fight just to kind of redeem myself a little bit. Wanted to play this one ultra safe and bring in the invulnerability boost. Not bringing Warlock. The plan all along, if I was going to take this fight, was going to use Doom. So I made sure to use Doom. If you go into a war with a plan, go through that plan. If you change your plans, really think it through. Don't just do it all of a sudden. Actually think it through. So obviously he's gonna purify a lot of my parries, and he's gonna shrug off the shock. Could have put one on there, but I had already kind of decided he took my indestructible away, so I'd already kind of made a decision that I was going to play a little bit more passive and not going to be worried about the unstoppable. Kind of like I should have played Immortal Abomination. It's just 2 seconds. Don't stress too much about the 2 seconds. If you have to take some block damage, take some block damage. The worst thing you can do is to try and be cute and apply a slow debuff with Medusa by performing a heavy. So just don't do that. Play it smart. Right here, I kind of, what is that called? Overpower? Yeah, I think it's overpower. So I gave that to him. He's going to do his SB2. He goes unstoppable. I completely forgot about that. So I'm just going to wait it out. He's also got the other unstoppable that's going to pop up, but I'm going to nullify that. And I should have been building up to my special 2 to end this fight, but I don't know. I probably was feeling a little bit flustered from the previous 5 minutes of this war. So for whatever reason, I'm just spamming SP1, which is fine. It works. I'll force him to throw his, and then I'll combo him, and he's dead. So I was able to get the kill there, and Kabam must have known something was going on, so now I've got connection issues. So now I'm like super stressed that not only did I lose this fight against Immortal Abomination, but now I'm having to deal with Kabam's nonsense in their game because everybody else is watching stuff in the house. The internet is working perfectly fine. I think it was just their server. Anyways, that fight's done, and I'm in the boss circle, and I'm going to fight Domino. And this is another big mistake. I go into this fight, while he's a good counter, I should have waited for White Mag's guidance. And while it wasn't stated in the comments of our battle group chat, it was kind of implied, and the guide went to sleep. He's on a completely different time zone, and I completely forgot about it and went in and took this fight. I'm not the best at reparry, but I figured I could just dex the heavy, force the heavy, and evade it. Oh, it's hard to watch. So now I just want to throw a couple SB2s. I'm comboing, and I don't notice that she goes lucky. I'm just focused on finishing the combo, and she goes lucky, she evades it, and she roasts me. So that's the war for me. It's another loss on the season. We're now 2-4. But I'm going to leave this sick screenshot of me getting roasted by Immortal Abomination just to remind myself to stick with the plan. If you have a plan, follow the plan. Don't be like me. Don't be that guy. Ultimately, my 2 deaths were not the reason we lost the war. It certainly didn't help, but I think we lost by 9 ABs. I'm not going to show the score because I don't think anybody in our alliance was very happy that we lost this one. But until next time, remember, Nationwide needs to follow his own advice. Medusa. Why'd I do that?